Today I'll be installing this KD Garden vinyl PVC real estate signpost. This is the 6-foot tall 4x4 by 72 inch. So here is the horizontal bar of the kit that's going to go horizontal and hold your sign up. Now it's going to come with everything you need, which is the 2 end caps for each end and your sign hooks. So these aren't really the hooks, these are the sign holders, and these are your sign clips that you will clip your sign to. And you can use almost any clip as long as it's secure to be outdoors. And then we have our card holders, which are the little banners that is optional that you can put on top. Pending sale, for sale, in contract, whatever you have. These will hold it with this little screw here, and it holds it by pressure. Or if your cards have holes, it will have the hole and hold it securely. Now these have 2 screw holes which go into the bar. So we're going to set that up now. Pretty simple. The bar has these 4 holes on each side. So this would be the top part, because this is where we're going to mount our card holders. And on the bottom, you have 4 holes, 2 sets on each side. Depending on the size of your sign or panel, depends where you want to place these holders. So that's up to you and your panel size. Today I'm working with a 24-inch wide by 30-inch long banner. So I'll be using, I believe, the insides, because that's basically where my holes line up. And let's be complete here. So you see the way my holes line up to the inside hooks. So that's where I'll be installing my sign holder screws for the clips. So we're gonna, everything's included, the bolts, and it's got a little locking friction there in that bolt. This way you don't need washers. So this is the top. So I will be inserting from below on the inside like we just discussed. And we're gonna find a hole there. And then it's as simple as that. Now you could adjust this depending on what size panel you're using. And that's that. Now this you could leave on for, you don't have to do this every time you're going to hang your real estate sign or your permanent business sign. So that's done. So now we're going to install our card holders. Whether this is front or back, it does not matter in this application. So they come with the screws. It's a Phillips head. I got a little drill here. We're not going to go crazy. We're going into plastic. So I put it on the edge here. I should have put these first actually, but that's okay. Get it started there. And we're going to go nice and easy because it's plastic, you know. We don't want to strip anything. And all the holes line up pretty good. Actually, more than pretty good. So we're going to repeat on the other side. So just a little tip here, when installing them, the card holders, install the screws both on the same side. See, I have the screws on this side, so that when you put the card holder, you could do it from one side, work both screws, rather than have one here and then you got to walk around the side to the other. Pretty obvious, but just a little tip to help you out. Now, let's install the clips for the signs. So basically that's what it's going to look like. Now one side of the post has this little slot here, and this is how we're going to connect it to the main vertical post that goes into the ground. So we'll show you that now. Okay, so this is the main vertical post that goes into the ground, and this is the top where we're going to slide the sign holder cross post. So like I said before, these two slots are going to slide into there, and then it's going to come with a key, and it actually comes with two of these because you probably will lose one, and this locks it in, holds it in. It could be easily taken out to disassemble if you got a small car. If you have a large car, like let's say a Subaru or something, a hatchback, you could probably stick the whole sign without disassembling it, which I plan to do because guess what? It's less work. So we're gonna have our sign hooks facing down the long way, obviously. We're going to slide the cross post in and kind of judge where those slots would kind of meet in the middle. So now you see where I slid in the cross post, and I'm a little far down, so I'm going to bring this a little up. Now you see where we have it in the middle, and this key is going to go in there and lock in. You slide it in there, and then that's it. We could unlock and pull up and disassemble, slide it in, lock it again, and repeat. That's not budging. So that's assembled. So that's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. You don't have to deal with bolts, tools. You could just do it by hand on site with no problems. So now we're going to give you a scale and we're going to install the end caps. Now, what's great about this sign is that it's vinyl and it's easy to maneuver, lightweight. So I have it here, and here we go. So right here is 6 foot, easy to put together to this point, and easy to maneuver. Like I could just carry it, right? The weight part goes with the spike. We'll do that next when we spike it in the ground. And the fact that you could handle both pieces individually just makes it a lot easier. So let's put on our end caps. So it comes with end caps for here, right there. Slides right on. This, you could kind of probably glue it on this way it doesn't come off, and you really don't have to use it or disassemble it when you set it up. It could be glued on. This side you probably don't want to glue on because you need to slide it in and out if you're going to disassemble it every time you want to store it or transport it. So put that in there. See that nice triangular pointing, giving it nice accent. Really sharp looking sign. Then we also have the cap, which is a fence post cap, so you could put all types of caps on it. You know, maybe even that LED light that turns on at night with a little solar panel so that your light and your sign is working at night. So there we go. Right there, nice cap, good fitting. And that's another one where you probably don't want to glue down. So let's take a look at the spike, and let's spike it down in the ground in the front yard, and let's see how easy it is. Now here is the spike that comes with the kit. Now this is what makes the kit, because it's a simple spike that goes in, very heavy, very sturdy. You spike it down, and this goes into the ground. It tells you like when to stop because it'll hit here, and the signpost fits over these squares, and this little spike here keeps it from twisting in the wind. So if you spike it onto here, it'll probably stick, but then it'll spin in the wind. You gotta get this in the ground so that it locks in and stays where you put it, which is super important for marketing. Now, like I said, it's pretty heavy, and you could get it started just by grabbing it by the tip, and gravity will find a way. So just for demonstration purposes, so I started right there. Another thing I recommend is bringing a level with you. This way you could put it in somewhat straight. What's frustrating to me is real estate signs that are not straight. If you're trying to sell a house, it just looks more professional if your sign is straight, especially if you're doing it on a hill. You want that sign straight, not like this. So let's spike this down. Now, a regular hammer that hammers nails on soft soil may get the job done with a lot of effort. Get a mallet that is 2 pounds, 3 pounds, maybe even 5 pounds. I don't have my small one with me, but I have my, I think this is a 10-pound sledge. So this is going to persuade it to go into the ground easily. You don't have to grab it all the way down here. Just grab it on the tip, hammer length, and you should be good to go. So here we're gonna hammer it on the little knob up here. And if you put your hand there, so that's in pretty good. And I'm not going to spike it all the way down because this is just for demonstration purposes. But a few more hammers and I would get it seated into the ground. So let's come over here. And of course I wouldn't hang a sign across a walkway. And then there we go. So nice and secure, and your signpost is up and looking good. So there goes the panel hung. It'll sway in the wind. Very sturdy. All the caps are on. It looks great. Super easy to install, and it just looks professional. And that's what you want as a real estate, or even as a hard permanent sign for your business or your event or whatever you use this type of post for. So the quality of the post, every screw was provided for, every hole was aligned perfectly, and it's a little obvious how to put it together. The instructions from the company aren't that great, so hopefully this video helps you. So let's not forget our little top sign holder here. So I'm working both screws from the same side, right? We're gonna put this in. This has holes, so we're gonna put it in the hole, at least close enough. We're gonna work this open here to let it slide down, and there we go. And there you go. Super easy. Gets all the info out there. You can have your phone number, you can have more info, but the most important sign that you have is sold, and that's great marketing. So I like this. It's going to be a pleasure for me installing these for my agents, and that's what it's all about, making my life easier. And if you buy one of these, your life is going to be made easier, and you're going to look good doing it.